All right, let's do this video real quick. Um, we've got our outline. And so, everyone did pretty okay with, for the most part with their outlines. I'm not really concerned about what the titles are. I think that's, more up to the presenter. So, whatever titles that you think that you need to have there, as long as they're, following something very similar to this, which I think most people did. So what we want to do is, I noticed that some of y'all had like title or maybe bullet point 1 or bullet point 2. Go ahead and remove those. And all we want is just the text. And so for our title of the slide, we want that to be heading 1 right here. All right. And so then whatever bullet points that we want on that slide are going to be heading 2. All right. You'll go ahead and save that to whatever location that you want to save that to. I'm going to stop sharing this. And then I'm going to start sharing this. Okay, and so I put this our Tennessee Tech School of Agriculture template in iLearn, so you can download that and use this as the template for your presentation. So you don't have to go through and like make anything new. You can just use what we use for the School of Agriculture. Okay, and so obviously this is going to be your title slide with picture, whatever. Right here, where we typically where we would make a new slide, what we're going to do is we're going to click this little drop down box. And then we're going to come down to slides from outline. All right, we're going to select slides from outline. And wherever you have that saved to, you're going to navigate to, because that's where we want to select that from, right? So this is our 3950 outline. We're going to insert that. And you'll see now that whatever we had for our heading 1 is now it's the title of that slide. And whatever we had for heading 2 then becomes the bullet points. All right. So, about the company, it might be like a picture of, the farm or whatever, or, it could be just a picture of, maybe the poultry houses or an aerial view of the Aviagen facility or whatever, right? Like you want to have some pictures in here. Once you get this in, you can then change that up a little bit, however you want to. We see we got some skills learned, like you're going to add some more stuff to that. And some people had some things in there about some skills that they learned. Connection to academic learning, like we want to make sure that the students in connections know that like you're going to take these courses and they're going to be applicable down the road. All right, so then once you get everything in your PowerPoint, you can go back and adjust that as needed instead of working on one slide at a time. Some people might like to copy and paste that over, but if you get an idea of like what you want in your outline and what you want to say, you can get that into PowerPoint very quickly without having to make a new slide, copy and paste. What is the title? What are my bullet points? How do I want to set this up? Okay. So this is just a really cool trick for me in that I could get, a lot of slides made roughly pretty quickly, and then I could just go back and fine tune and polish those. Okay. All right. Remember, this is going to be due by July 6th at 11:59 p.m. I know we got 4th of July coming up. So take some pictures this week while you're there. Just get a couple so that you can add them into the PowerPoint. And we're going to slowly build this each week so that by the time we get to the rough draft of the presentation, it's pretty much done. Like I'm kind of doing this early so that we're working towards that instead of doing it last minute like we always do. Okay. And so also some of the things that we talked about in the previous check-ins, those questions were asked on purpose so that you can add those into the PowerPoint because that's what you're going to end up telling the students. Okay. All right. Y'all have a safe 4th of July. We'll catch y'all on Sunday for the check-in.